It's Monday, January 25th, and you have a whole city of New York terrified. It's about 7:15. There's a big snowstorm coming into New York, and instead of braving it, you know, people are huddled in their apartments, making sure that they're going to be safe. And the funniest thing is, many people went to the store to buy extra food because they weren't sure how long they were going to be stuck in their apartments. So here you see like parts of Times Square. It's on 42nd Street, and like you can see how there's very few people here. You know, it's really because everyone is nervous, and in part you could say they're going to shut the subways down. So some people have a longer commute. It makes sense. At 11 o'clock tonight, the subways are shutting down completely. So that means that you better be on the subway at around 9 o'clock because you don't want to be stuck hoping that the last train is on its way when it's already gone. So that's in part explains that. But then you have all these people in New York who proclaim that they're afraid of nothing. Well, if you're afraid of nothing, a little snowstorm shouldn't hurt you. But here you see 42nd Street walking west toward 8th Avenue and completely empty. Now I'm just doing this so that a lot of people can see what's going on. You know, how it is completely empty. And like for the brave souls who are out here, they have all of New York to themselves. I'm more out here just to show people what it's like. And in a few hours, we're gonna get 2 feet of snow. And in a few hours, many people are just gonna be saying what happened. And here you can see one of our illustrious snow trucks kind of helping to make sure everything is going to be safe for New York City and good for New York City, salting the roads, making sure everything is okay. And very soon we're going to have a lot of snow here. And I've been through this before. In 1996, on a Sunday evening, it was just like this, where it was calm. Then you go to sleep and you wake up at 2.5 feet of snow out your door. And it's almost like you don't know what hit you. But it happened, and it took, in 1996, on that that late winter day, it took about 2 days for the city to recover. Let's see how long it takes the city to recover this time. Here's just a chance to see a little bit more of what everything looks like. You can see here, again, we're looking west on 42nd Street. We're on the north side of 42nd Street. And you can see how empty everything is. How like very few people are out. Again, just to repeat myself, that's because everyone is nervous about being home and they just don't want to get caught in a situation where there's no transportation back home. But that's what makes this fun, just to show the rest of the people what's going on in New York City at this time when most other people are going to be home. And here you can see all these places, and they have signs posted in many places, closed due to the storm. But I'm sure some of the stores have asked their employees to stay on because they can see business. Like here, we can take a look at this PAX. They're open, a lot of people there. I'm sure they're going to be open through the day because there's a lot of people that would want to get some extra food, and that's the only way to do it. And here we have B.B. King Blizzard Special. But again, this is really to show people what's going on. And it's nothing big. Like if you're from a city that gets a lot of snow, a foot of snow, 1.5 feet of snow is no big deal. So this 2.5 feet of snow is really not a big deal for some of the other cities. It's just that in New York, they're not used to that. In New York, we're used to maybe just a foot at most, and 2 feet, 2.5 feet is considered a lot. So again, we're approaching the Port Authority, which is right there, and that's where a lot of people are going to be using their buses, to go home to New Jersey and to upstate New York. So this is where we're going to take a look at a lot of the anxious people who want to make sure they get their bus and go home and get out of harm's way. So we're just taking a walk over there just to see what that is like. Port Authority at 42nd and 8th Avenue, where you can see almost everything is shut down except for the brave and intrepid souls like me who are out here trying to show the world what's going on. You can see here what's going on here. All the people, very few people are out. And I don't blame them. As I said, you know, it's a bad storm coming. You know, just people just don't want to be out at this time. This is looking north on 8th Avenue. Very few people there. Very few cars. Then you look south. Again, very few cars, very few people. That would make sense because people are just a little nervous. And then this is the way we came. 42nd Street, looking east. You can see how empty, just empty. And no one really wants to be driving. So the taxis are driving. Uber is being used, but Uber has their peak pricing too at this time. So here you take a better look. 42nd Street.